another card using the Woodware Christmas stamps and the 3 colours of oxide ink. So we've got Blueprint Sketch, Dusky Concord and Peacock Feathers. So this is what we're going to have a little go at. So we've got the single tag stamp set. We've got the greetings from the Christmas sparkle set and the Christmas village stamp here as well. Okay, so piece of craft cardstock to get started, and we're going to stamp the tag. So I'm going to bring the stamp platform in. Let's take these other stamps from a previous project off for the moment. Okay, so pop that in and take the tag. There we go. Right, now this is it's a distressed tag, but it hasn't got to be as dark as you think. I think sometimes people get a little bit put off when you say distressed or grungy, and it hasn't got to be ugly grungy. Okay, so let me show you. So I'm going to pop that into there, and then we're going to ink this up twice. So first of all, you've got all these bits that are going to be kind of the grungy bits, but I don't want those to be black on this project. I want them to be lighter. So I'm going to take, because it'll stay wet longer, it'll give me time to get both colours on, I'm going to use Morning Mist Versifying Clear. So this is going to stay wet and juicy longer for me. So I'm just going to ink up the whole of the tag stamp with the Morning Mist. Okay. And then what I'm going to do, just around the edges where the actual tag itself border is, I'm going to use my black Versifying, and I'm going to just come in at an angle with the pad, okay, so that I'm only getting the edges of the tag, well, and plenty of the platform, as you can see. So the pad is angled. Let me see if I can show you here. So here we go. Let's move that this way. All right, so can you see the pad is not flush against the stamp? It's kind of coming at an angle, yeah? So it's kind of going off that way. That's what I mean. So look, I am just getting the edges, and down there, can you see the ink pad is not making contact with all of the stamp? All right, so hopefully what that means is when I stamp this down, the actual border of the stamp, the actual outline of the stamp, is going to be much darker than the grungy areas. Let's give that a good press. There we go. Okay, this is much lighter. That would be too dark for me if that was all black. It really would. It would not be to my taste at all. Okay, so I'm going to take the tag stamp away for now, and I'm just going to give my platform a little wipe, because there's a lot, because we've come in at that angle. The pad catches your platform, and I will end up wearing all that ink. So I'm just going to take a little bit of Surgical Spirit. Here we go. And a mucky cloth, and just give that a nice clean. There you go. It's really quick to do. Surgical Spirit's great. You know, it's about £2.50 a bottle, and it lasts for ages. Okay, so that's nice and clean again. Right, now, so we've got the village stamp, Christmas Village. And I want to stamp some of this in the bottom of the tag. So I need a mask. So let me just reach for my pile of masks, which are here somewhere. Da, 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 da. I know you're here because I put you on the desk. You know, your desk gets so full of stuff. There we go. Where is it? Where is it? Where is it? Don't panic. Oh, it's here. Right, I didn't put it on the desk. I didn't put it on the desk so I wouldn't lose it. God. Right, here we go. So all I've done is just stamp it on a piece of copy paper, and then I have cut it out. There you go. All right, let's put that back in here so we're in shot. So I'm going to lay this over, line this up. There we go. That's about right. Stick that down with some tape and then pop this in the corner. Okay, right, so let's have a look. Which part of this stamp do I want in the bottom? So I think I'd like the stag maybe. So I'm going to go right from here. I'm going to go, or do I want the houses? See, I like the houses as well. I mean, you've got a lot going. You know, you can get so many versions of this by which part that you stamp. Yeah, I'm going to go with the little deer. Okay, so I'm just going to lay that over like so, and pick that up, and then I'm going to ink up with my VersaFine black. Okay, plenty of ink. And then bring that across and give that a good press, like so. Here we go. Yeah, okay, that'll do. Do I want to go a bit darker? Yeah, let's do another, because we're going to dull this down in a second with oxide inks, so it won't hurt to have a little bit more black. Here we go. There you go. That'll do. Lovely jubbly. Right, so let's take this out of the platform and get rid of that for the moment. Here we go. So let's line that back up with the mask. Is that about right? Ish. There we go. Now it is. And then we're going to apply some oxides. Right, so I've started at the bottom with the purple, blue in the middle, and peacock feathers at the top. So just to give this ink a little bit of time to dry, I'm going to work from the other side. Is that a firework, Tilly? Again, lots of fireworks going off here. So, and Tilly dog does not like them. There we go. So let's just, here we go. Let's just get some oxide ink into the area. And you can always have a little peek and see how much you've got. Okay, but we're going to go over with a stencil anyway and add a little bit more. Right, let's put some of the blue. So we've got the blueprint sketch. So let's just pop that through the middle. There we go. Again, not too much. And then down towards the bottom, we're going to go with some of the purple colour. Here we go. So just be careful. Ideally, you would let this dry for a little bit. Okay, so that you don't damage your image. You don't smear your image. There we go. And you'll see this is also dulling that stamping down as well. Okay, let's have a little look what we've got. Okay, right, let's get a little bit more texture in here. So somewhere down here I've got just a Christmas stencil, well, it's not a Christmas stencil actually, it is today a Christmas stencil. Right, so that's the blue brush. Let me make sure I'm using the correct brushes. That's it. Right, peacock feathers up in the top, and again I can put more colour on this time. Get that colour through the stencil. There you go, because you want it to stand out against the ink that you've already applied, even though it's tone on tone. So on with the blue, like so. Yeah, that's quite nice. And then towards the bottom, we've got the purple, like so. There we go. Okay, that's that. Let me see what else I did. Now, I actually stamped sentiment in white, okay, but also what you can do here, if you find that your image, if it's gone a little bit too dull, then you can actually, because we've got our stamp platforms, you can go back to your stamp platform and you can pop that back in. She says, I hope the stamp hasn't moved. If the stamp's moved, then but I don't think that it has. It shouldn't have done. Right, we're about to find out. There you go. So back to your VersaFine ink, VersaFine black, and stamp over the top again, and let's see what happens. There you go. So now it's nice and bright again. And then what we can do, let's have a little look what we've got. Let's take this away. We can add with a white pen or a white pencil, depending on how bright you want this. Down here, so you've got snowy hills. Make sure your ink's dry first. I'm just going for it. And then in that tree, you can see there's white bits on there if you want to add those. The little houses are quite nice because obviously you've got sort of windows and so forth to do on those. Right, let's do the middle of those snowflakes like so. Right, so now the outside is a little bit well, it's a little bit drab, isn't it? So I would be trimming this down. Okay, let's imagine that I've trimmed it down rather than me leave you and go elsewhere. So I'm going to take peacock feathers around the top of the card first of all. There we go. I think this is a nice size. When this is trimmed down, it'll go on a 5x7 card blank quite nicely, I think. Okay, that's there. And then at the bottom, we get some dusty concord. Again, just push that around. Don't let it actually reach the tag, okay? It's just the edges. Okay, right, and then, excuse me, got a dry throat. Within the same set with the tag, you've got various little bits and bobs. This is the plastic that comes with. So you can see we've got the franking marks and so forth, and a bit of crackle, first class, and a pin. So what we can do is I'm going to take a Versamark pad and I'm going to take a mask that I've made of the tag and just pop that over like so. I'm going to stick it down there for the moment. Okay, right, so I need a little block or mount, and again I know there's one on the table somewhere. There we go, got it. And I'm actually just going to pop both of those little stamps on there, and with the Versamark all I'm going to do quite simply is I'm going to stamp this all around the image, the tag image. Okay. And when this dries, what you actually get is just this quite cool watermark, because Versamark isn't just for embossing. It's quite a cool pad. Right, let me move that tape now and stick that up there, and then we can do the bottom of the image as well. There we go, let's take that away and let me show you. Let's come back, because obviously this one has dried. So it's there, it's nice and subtle, but it's very much there. It does add to the project. Okay, that is that piece. So I say, you know, trim this down before you add the colour around the edges, let that dry, add your sentiment if you want. I just thought it might be nice in white rather than black on that one, but it's completely up to you. All right, so have a little go at that, see what you think. Thank you for joining me, and hope to see you again soon. Bye.